Hey Peggy. So, welcome back. Got another episode of ASMR with the guys. He's a different guy, but still a guy that I'm sure you know. This is Peggy. It's not a guy, it's a beautiful lady pig, a sow. Blue Monkey got his massage inside. But today, Peggy thought it was a really nice day outside and wanted to go outside for her massage and wanted to have a relaxing day. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but we're close to the beach. Peggy, for most of the summer, has lived pretty close to the beach at our Escape Gibraltar Point here, just a couple, maybe 100 feet from the beach, but hasn't visited it herself. So we're gonna get there later today. But for the time being, she thought she'd kind of just cool off a little bit in the sun, listen to the waves a little bit, maybe go for a swing on the swing set. And I thought I'd just kind of help her relax a little bit. It's a pretty difficult job sometimes, just being a guy and being there and helping Tui all the time with whatever she needs help with. So sometimes there's quite a bit to unload. And so you can see that she's got a little bit of tension in her right now. So we're going to start by just relaxing her a little bit. So, as with Blue Monkey, usually what I like to start off with is the feet. It's a common misconception that all pigs have hooves. Some pigs don't have hooves at all. Some pigs just have little feet or even little stumps. But regardless, it's what's carrying her weight most of the time. So you really want to kind of get in there, kind of want to, is what I meant to say. Going to want to really just get right into the pads of the feet there. Kind of just brush softly, back and forth and back, making sure that you're really covering all the surface area. And by the time you're doing something like this, you'll probably see her start to visibly relax a little bit. Just sink down a little bit slower in the lower in the chair. Start to enjoy yourself. How you doing, Peggy? She's quiet, but you can see it in the demeanor. On the feet, I like to work my way up one leg at a time. And we can do this just fine from the front. We can reach around back while she's sitting down and just kind of get the calf, move up a little further, get into the hamstring there. It's a nice thing to do. Hamstring, classic piece of anatomy of the pig. Got two of them. This side's feeling pretty nice and relaxed right now, which is nice. Maybe Peggy hasn't been working as hard as she said she was, eh? Classic Peggy. But let's check out this other side here. Going into the calf, carrying a bit more tension through here. We really want to just squeeze all that in. And even though guys like this usually don't have any flesh and blood, they are generally stuffed with stuffing. The same principle of always pushing towards the heart is a good idea because guys like these do still have a big and powerful heart. And that's what makes them so good at loving. So you're going to want to push the lactic acid that's not there. But the idea of the lactic acid, you're going to want to push that back towards the heart. And I'm feeling a little bit more of a knot in this hamstring here. You wouldn't make very good bacon, Peggy. Got a bit of a smirk there. It's okay to joke with your clients from time to time. Keep them coming back. We can get into the sides here, into the flanks, into the ham shanks. Do a little bit of the abdominal work. Peggy's got a little scarf here, as you can see, around her neck. And that's not something, it's her choice to wear that. I think it looks great. So we're not going to mess with that at all. We're going to work around it. So getting into the hands here. A lot of people neglect the hands when they're doing a massage, but we do so much with our hands, right? Even a little pig who doesn't really have any fingers or thumbs. So it's good to get right into the hands. We'll do this one and then the next one. You always want to match each side before you move on to another group. Just getting in there. We can kind of match the forearms at the same side. It's nice to get the forearms a little bit moving up. The shoulders are a good one. Shoulders are pretty important. Not the number one, maybe number two or three. But as with any, was carrying a lot of tension in the shoulders, and you can see her kind of just melt a little bit here, kind of just letting it all out. Reposition if you have to. You're sliding too far down. Does that feel good? Yeah, it feels good. Okay. Getting into the back of the neck here again, being careful not to mess with her scarf, because that's her decision to wear a scarf, and we'll let that be. The point here is to relax her, so we don't want to bother with the scarf at all. She doesn't want to. And get a bit of a scalp massage here, back of the head. But here's the real kicker here, and this is almost the last thing we'll do. It's the ears. And with the ears, you can just really spread them right out. These ears do a lot of work. They do a lot of listening. Because whenever Tui's got any worries or anything like that, or if she's just talking, they like to pick up and listen to everything so that they can know her better. They love her very much. So these ears are always on duty. No days off. The grind never stops for a little guy like Peggy or any of the other guys. But Peggy, as you can see, has particularly big ears. And somebody somewhere on the East Coast crafted with care. So really getting in. And Peggy, I'll just get you to turn around, and we can get the ears from the back as well. Run a little thing down here. And then this is always a good one for little pigs as well. If they have a tail, just stretch it out a little bit and run it down with your thumbs. And that's good. Kind of just roll it back and forth. Loosen it up a little bit. That's all. Just kind of staring at the wall now like the Blair Witch, but that's okay. She's just pissed out. What's that? Okay, Peggy. Peggy's about done with the massage. Doesn't need as much of it as Blue Monkey does, and maybe like me, kind of anxious for what's next. So let's move on to what's next.